Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here. Today we're going to try our best to get to Arena 6 for the first time on my mini free-to-play account. We're going to be using a variation of the Trifecta deck. You can see the Ice Wizard I actually got from a crown chest the other day, guys. I wish I was recording live when I pulled it out because I could prove that you can indeed, if you're lucky, get legendary cards being a free-to-play player. So if we look at our tournament standards here, we're really trying to get our rare levels up to level 7 and our commons up to level 9 on this account. That's my #1 goal, and in order to do so, I also want to unlock some of the more powerful cards, including Royal Giant, so I do need to get to Arena 7 eventually, but today we're just going to focus on getting to Arena 6. You can see here my Poison Spell, for example. I just got it. It's only level 1 though, and I don't feel comfortable using it either on ladder or in tournaments on level 1. So the idea here is, you can see the deck I'm playing with right now. I have Fireball instead of Poison, and I got that up to level 6, so I'm pretty happy using that right now. You can see my other legendaries are all level 5, and basically what we're going to do today is just play some matches using this deck. Hopefully we'll win more than we lose, and we'll move up to Arena 6, and we'll cover some strategy tips along the way as well. Obviously, you guys love the no legendary videos, so here's another one for you guys, using a different variation of the Trifecta deck. So we don't even have the Elixir Pump yet, the Elixir Collector on this account yet. I'm going to start by being super aggressive here. Hopefully I'll take down the Elixir Collector at the very least, and you can see those Fire Spirits actually targeted that right crown tower there, so I'm pretty happy with that aggressive start, and I still have 6 Elixir, which is plenty to defend against this Giant and Musketeer combo here. Of course, my Valkyrie not placed quite up far enough there to take out those Spear Goblins, but the Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to take down the Giant, and he should finish the job here against these Spear Goblins. Let's try to sneak in a Hog Rider and get some more damage done to this right tower. Now, using the Trifecta deck, as I'm doing right here, by the way, guys, if you don't know what the Trifecta is, it's the Musketeer, the Valkyrie, and the Hog Rider. They call that the Trifecta. It's a very popular deck. I've actually brought you a couple episodes previously on the Trifecta deck in tournament play. I'll go ahead and link one of those in the description below if you guys are interested in seeing more Trifecta action after this video is over. I've played the Barbarians there to try to tank a little bit for the Musketeer, and he's going to counter with Spear Goblins. I'm ready to zap them, and I take down that right tower, so pretty happy about that little exchange there, and I'm going to take down his Elixir Collector there, so I'm happy about that for sure. So at this point, I think he has more Elixir than I do. You always want to remain aware with any deck, especially this deck, where you have to really be careful with your counters. You have to be aware of how much Elixir the opponent has. You can see I played the Valkyrie in the left lane there. What I'm going to try to do is hopefully combo that with something if I can maintain my defense here in the right lane at the same time. So we're playing the Mini P.E.K.K.A on to the Royal Giant. We have the Musketeer pounding away at him as well. Now it's going to be Musketeer on Musketeer Crime on the right, and I didn't do too much damage at all on the left either, so that was kind of a bust in terms of what I wanted to have happen there. I'm going to play the Hog Rider now, not in the center but in the left lane, because I don't want him to go for that Elixir Pump. I actually want him to go to the tower because the Musketeer was going to target that Elixir Pump, as you can see what she just did. Let's go ahead and Fireball these Barbarians. So the idea with this deck, what you're trying to do here, if you know, let's kind of go back to basics and talk about the deck and the cards in it. So obviously you have a lot of defensive versatility. As you can see, the Zap spell is great defensively and offensively with the Hog. I want to make sure this Giant doesn't take down my tower here. Come on, Musketeer. Okay, just barely there. So the idea here is you have a lot of defensive weapons. You have the Fire Spirits, which are great against minions, minion horde, or even any low hit point troop, as well as Barbarians, as you just saw there, and then the tower can finish them off, as you can see in the left lane, and it looks like he doesn't have quite enough firepower to take down my right tower. But back to defense, you have a lot of defensive power and flexibility in this deck. You have the Valkyrie against, you know, skeleton armies, against the splash damage, against Barbarians. You have Musketeer for high point damage defensive options. You have Zap and Fireball as your direct damage spells for defensive options. You have Mini P.E.K.K.A to go against a Giant or a Royal Giant. You have Fire Spirits to take out minions or Barbarians. You just have a lot of defensive flexibility. Offensively, obviously your #1 tool in this deck is going to be your Hog Rider, and comboing that with Zap and Fire Spirits when you deploy it. But But beyond that, this deck is really all about turning successful defenses into really nice offensive pushes. So here we kind of just semi-defended, I guess, against that skeleton army, and then we're going to turn this into a good offensive push here. That was a good counter on his part using the minion horde, but I was still able to get a hit or two off with that mini P.E.K.K.A against his left tower there, and my Musketeer, even 2 or 3 hits from the Musketeer, if she goes unchecked against the tower, it can be very dangerous. She can do 500 plus damage in 2 hits, so be very careful if you ever see a Musketeer on your crown tower, guys. So now he's playing a Golem at me in the left-hand lane, and we're going to try to do the same thing. We're going to try to defend against this Golem and then turn it into a successful offensive push. So I'm going to go ahead and play my Barbarians. I want to make sure I play them against this Wizard here rather than the Golem, because obviously if I had put them too low, the Wizard would have just blasted right through those Barbarians. I'm going to sneak in a Hog Rider right here because I think he's pretty low on Elixir, and that's the name of the game when you're using any sort of Hog Rider deck here. So I'm going to zap the Skeleton Army, and I take down his left tower. So when you're going, and you notice that he has higher level cards than me as well, so we're at the disadvantage here, but we're just going to try to play defensively minded and smartly. So another minion horde, I'm going to counter that with Fire Spirits. It's all about countering what he does and just trying to take away whatever he is trying to do with his deck, trying to stop that. You see, I've been taking notes from my home team coach here, Bill Belichick, and he always says the #1 thing to do when you're playing a game of football, which, you know, you can make analogies to Clash Royale, is you want to stop the opponent from doing what they want to do, take them off their game, and then that will allow plenty of opportunity to capitalize on their mistakes. And then, whoa, by the way, a balloon coming at me, oh crap, was not ready for the balloon there. He waited till 30 seconds left almost in the match to play his balloon against me. I'm going to play my Valkyrie over here to buy a little bit of time on this left tower. The Valkyrie actually kept that tower alive. Otherwise, that minion horde would have locked right onto my tower and taken it down. So now let's concentrate on defending here, and we'll take a brief respite from my Bill Belichick comparison there. So my Barbarians are actually going to get to his right tower here. That's going to be good. I'm going to zap this minion horde here. Boy, do I miss not having a princess in these decks, because if you add a princess to this Trifecta deck, it's actually can be really successful because you can put her behind a push like we just had in the right lane, and then when you combo the princess's spread shot with the zap spell, you can take down a minion horde and allow those Barbarians and that Hog Rider to keep pounding away at that tower and probably take it down as well. So I don't have the Elixir Collector, I don't have Golem, I don't have Mortar yet, guys, but we want to get there. That's why we're trying to get to Arena 7 right now. So let's go ahead and we're going to continue playing the same deck here. So let's go ahead and open up this silver chest here. It is a free-to-play account, but however, I do use some of my gems that I do acquire naturally, and I open up chests when I am going to be playing for a little bit at a time. That way I can keep making sure that I gain from my matches. So we're going to be pretty aggressive out the gate here. If I start out with Fire Spirits and my Hog Rider, sometimes I'll do that. I'll be aggressive out the gate using the Hog Rider and the Fire Spirits. Do not like having to use a Fireball against those minions, but you guys probably already know this by now. Using minions against, a freeze spell. Not liking that at all. So using minions or leaving minions unchecked against your tower can lead to devastating losses. They can do over 600 damage combined if you don't do anything against them, if you just leave them against your tower. So always use something against the minions. Don't let them just pound away on your tower. So now he has a mini P.E.K.K.A here. It's going to be very tough to combat the freeze spell in this deck right now, because no matter what he plays against me, if he brings the Hog in the freeze, he's going to be able to keep chipping away at my left tower. So I'm going to have to come up with some sort of a counter. And what I like to do generally against people using a freeze spell is remain really aggressive. But right now I'm just not at the point, and there it is again, freeze. I'm not at the point in the match where I have the elixir advantage. So hopefully I can do something over here, but a nice fireball there by him. My mini P.E.K.K.A is not even going to get a chance to get to that tower, unfortunately. So that could have been successful in the left, but that was a very nice fireball on his part here. I'm gonna, of course, I zapped as soon as he placed those Spirit Goblins there on the right. I'm going to have to just kind of reload here and rethink this. So I'm not too far behind right now. I have some damage done to his right tower. I'm going to go ahead and play a Musketeer and start something in the right, but we know what's going to happen here. It's going to be Hog Rider again coming at me in the left, and here's going to be the freeze spell. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. I didn't have enough elixir to play those barbarians a little bit earlier toward the midway point because I had previously played my Musketeer, but this should be pretty good in the right here. I don't know what he's going to do. Fireball, I imagine? No. Okay, so I'm going to get his right tower right here, so that was pretty good. The Musketeer, Valkyrie, Hog Rider took down his right tower, and now I'm just going to go ahead and play some Fire Spirits, distract this mini P.E.K.K.A, and that will stop him from getting a hit on my tower. I'm going to play the Barbarians again over here, getting ready for that freeze spell, and there it is, of course. He's really got this Hog Rider freeze combo really going strong against me. I'm going to have to stay aggressive here in the left-hand lane. I'm going to go ahead and zap these Spirit Goblins. Not going to get a hit on this tower, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and just kind of reload at this point again with Musketeer in the back. Try to get that same Musketeer, Valkyrie, Hog Rider combo in the left lane this time. Maybe we can take him out. So I'm going to play Mini P.E.K.K.A against the Hog Rider and then play Barbarians as soon as he drops the freeze, but he's still able to get 2 hits, 3 hits off my right tower. This is looking like it's going to be a loss here. We're in overtime. As you can see, he has Fireball, so I'm going to play super defensively here, but he has Fireball, so he's going to be able to take me out as long as he can get 1 hit with the Hog Rider and then Fireball my tower. So there it is. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's play Mini P.E.K.K.A over here. We'll play Barbarians. He's not going to get a hit, but I'm going to say well played because he's just going to cycle to that Fireball and take me out that way. So that's my first loss of the video, guys. What did I have? 2 wins before this or 3 wins? I'm not sure. I like to keep track of my record, but I never can for those of you who watch a lot of my... Oh, look at this push we have going here. 15 seconds. Oh, my bad. 15 seconds in overtime, Ash. It's not regular time. Good game, though, for sure, by test. Granted, he did have level 7 Hog, no big deal, but hey, we're not going to make excuses. He beat me fair and square. I just could not find an answer to that freeze spell. Let's try to get back to our winning ways here, and let's see. Another level 9. Let's go again with the aggressive out the gate here. So countering my Hog Rider with a Valkyrie isn't going to win him too much in the terms of defensively. I get 2 or 3 hits with my Hog Rider on his right tower. That's what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and play a Musketeer against this Valkyrie. Musketeer is great for point damage. This Valkyrie is not even going to get 1 hit against my tower. I'm going to go, ooh, a Rage spell. Ooh, boy. I'm not really sure why we don't see Rage more often, especially at lower to mid-tier ladder decks, because it can be really effective. You can see even a Giant all by himself with a Rage spell can be really effective. So, okay, Minion Horde here, not really a big fan of that in terms of it was a good counter. I'm not a fan on my part. I'm going to zap these minions over here, unfortunately, but I did get 1 hit with my Hog Rider, so I'll take it, but we know he has more elixir than I do right now, so let's go ahead and let him make the first move, and we'll see how much elixir we can stand to gain in the meantime here. So here's his Valkyrie. I'm going to counter with a Musketeer, and we're just going to wait it out here. We want to be defensively minded at all times. I know when I'm losing matches, guys, that's the #1 reason I lose, right? It's because I'm too aggressive, and then I allow my opponent to counter what I'm doing, and then, okay, another balloon coming at me here. This is going to be tough to defend against here because he's going to Rage, and there's the Rage spell. Let's go ahead and play Fire Spirits here, try to stop this balloon from taking out my entire tower, but he's going to do it, unfortunately. Let's zap over here, try to take down his right tower. Oh, so close. Just need 1 more hit by that Hog Rider. But look at this. I have 3 Barbarians now on his left tower. That's going to do a lot of damage, even with that Bomber. Look at that. I did a lot of damage to that left tower, so that was really good. I'm going to need it, too, because it's tough to combat the Balloon Giant combo with Rage. And here it comes. Giant, excuse me, and then the Balloon in just a second here. I'm waiting on the Musketeer because I want the Musketeer to target the Balloon and not the Giant. And, of course, she targets the Giant, I think. Kind hard to tell right now what's going on. But again, I have Barbarians going in the left. He counters with a Valkyrie. Let's get the Hog Rider in the right. Don't need the zap spell. He's going to take one shot to finish that tower off. Now we're kind of tied at this point. I'm going to fireball this left tower. I will have the... Oh, I was going to say I'll have the lead, but I thought my Barbarians would do a little bit more damage than they just did. Okay, now this is pivotal here. We need to stop this big offensive burst by him. I have I'm going to have to zap this balloon real quick. So the balloon is zapped. Now I'm going to fireball the balloon. I just need to... Okay, the balloon is down. I think we got this, guys. I think we got this. That was tough, man. I'm trying to cycle to my fireball and just use a fireball against that left tower. We'll take it out. The Hog Rider might finish the job here. Okay, he does. Whew, that was close. But you can see how effective a balloon giant combo can be as well. Now, my balloon isn't... I think it's only level 2 right now, so I can't use my balloon. I think level 2 is just too low to be used in Arena 6 and Arena 7. By the way, guys, it's official, guys. We are now in Arena 6 for the first time ever, so we did it. So that's really awesome. I could probably just end the episode right now, but... I kind of want to play a little bit in Arena 7 and see how difficult it might be. I know I'll be going against a lot of people with elixir pumps, again, which I don't have yet. And let's see, do we want to make any changes to the deck here? I don't think so. I think we're just going to run with what we have, and we'll see what we're up against. So, this guy here, level 9, let's see what we can do against him. The Hog Rider is the next card up, so I might go ahead and play Musketeer in the left, and then there it is, the Elixir Collector. Oh boy, I can't wait to get one of those. That way we can try out different decks. I mean, the Trifecta can still, obviously, if your cards are high enough level, the Trifecta deck can still get you through just fine to, a Lava Hound deck. Very interesting here. So he plays the Lava Hound, and then a minion horde. This is going to be interesting here. My Hog does a lot of damage to that right tower. I did a lot of damage to both of his towers there. I'm going to fireball. I take down his left tower with a Musketeer there, and I'm just going to have to play defense now. That was a really strong opening by yours truly there. So now what we can do is just sit back. He played a Musketeer a little bit too close to my mini P.E.K.K.A. there. And against a Lava Hound, what you want to do defensively is just sit back, relax. You don't want to let any more minions get in his range of fire. And then what you want to do is right before it pops, just have anything that's air targeting in the vicinity. You're obviously going to take some damage from those pups, but that's a 9 elixir investment on his part. You just want to make sure he doesn't totally wreck you with whatever he ends up comboing with that Lava Hound. So a pretty good counter against my Hog Rider. I was able to get one more hit on that right tower, but we just want to make sure. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here on the right, and that's because I misplaced my zap spell there, so I only hit 4 of the 6 minions there, so that was bad. But let's go ahead and fireball over here in the right. I want to remove his elixir advantage. As you guys progress through the game, some of you might be already beyond Arena 7, beyond Arena 6, but as you progress through the game, you'll notice that elixir advantage means a ton in this game. Elixir Collector, 2 Lava Hounds coming at me. Oh boy, this should be interesting. I'm going to go on the aggressive over here on the right with my Hog Rider, try to take away from, I don't even know what's going on here. He's definitely going to take down my left tower. I don't want to over defend at this point because the tower is already dead. It's overkill at this point using 2 Lava Hounds on that one tower. Let's kind of just make sure we maintain the ship here. We don't want to lose our King Tower by any stretch of the imagination. Let's continue going aggressively offense just to make sure we keep him honest, having to defend me rather than me having to defend him. He actually got a lot more damage than I anticipated on that right tower, but it looks like we're going to 3-crown him right now. I think he was probably saving up elixir for the Lava Hound there, and we were able to take advantage of that. So that was pretty good there. GG, my friend, GG. So we gained 30 more cups, guys. I wonder if I could get to Arena 7 using this deck with my current level cards. I'm obviously not going to do that all this episode, as it would take me probably a couple hours to do so, even if I could do it. So let's go ahead and empty out that chest there, and let's get another match in. Maybe one more match for the episode. I really want to get another win under my belt. We'll see how I do here. So let's again combo the Hog Rider and the Fire Spirits and see if we can get to that tower right off the bat there. I have my Zap up as well. Let's have that handy. So he counters with a Baby Dragon. That's not good on his part. I'm going to Zap and get another free hit, but now he's coming at me with the Barbarians, excuse me, the Giant and the Baby Dragon. I'm going to use the Barbarians against the Giant, and this is not going to be good. He's going to get a lot of damage on my right tower here. The Barbarians will stay alive and help clean up those goblins a little bit, but he did a lot of damage to my right tower there. Well played, sir. So now we're going to have to refocus here, and let's go ahead and be aggressive. Stay aggressive, guys. With this deck, you can stay aggressive, and you can set the tempo to the game. So that's what we want to do. Just don't overextend yourself, obviously. There's a very, very thin line, and to me, that's one of the biggest things that makes a great player and an average player, or that I should say that separates a great player and an average player, is knowing when to be super aggressive and knowing when enough is enough on your offensive surges and pushes. So now we're just going to be a little bit more defensively oriented there. So he needs to throw a fireball or something at my right tower. He doesn't need a lot though. Unfortunately, I'm going after his right tower too, but what we're going to try to do, I think, in a bit here is sneak the Hog Rider in the opposite lane. That's one of the things with this deck is that you can do is if you're going after the same tower in the same lane as your opponent is, you can sneak in the Hog Rider in the opposite lane. So here comes the Hog Rider in the opposite lane. And what that's going to do is disturb whatever he's trying to have go on here in the right lane. So he counters with goblins on my Hog Rider, which is actually a pretty good play. I'm just going to use a Musketeer and Fire Spirits in the right lane because I knew he was going to take down my tower, let's face it, guys. But at the same time, I wanted to keep him on his toes defensively and distract him from his big push because, you know, heaven forbid he gets to my crown tower, my king tower, excuse me, and does a ton of damage there with that big push. So now let's defend against this Baby Dragon here with a Musketeer and a Valkyrie. And again, what I want to do is go opposite lane with a Hog Rider and Fire Spirits here. So now I have kind of two pushes going on at the same time. So he uses a Fireball against my Musketeer Valk. That's okay. He uses a Valkyrie against my Hog Rider. I don't have time to get the Zap down, but a Zap will take down that right tower for me. And look at this, my Mini P.E.K.K.A got a couple hits in on that left tower. So we are actually in the lead right now, even though it doesn't seem like it. I'm trying to maintain my defensive play over here. Fire Spirits against the Goblin Barrel. I have my Musketeer on his Giant. And again, I'm going to try to combo the Hog Rider, the Valkyrie, and the Musketeer, all in the left, really utilizing every single card of the Trifecta. And we're getting really close to taking that tower down, guys. Let's play a Valkyrie to tank for this Musketeer, and this might be it, guys. This might... Okay, well, I didn't see that minion horde coming, so it might not be it. But the Fire Spirits actually did a lot of damage there. A Zap will keep this Musketeer alive. Look at this Musketeer go. She's now playing defense, getting that Valkyrie away from my tower, and now we're going to take down his tower here. This is going to be it, guys. And boom, there goes the tower, guys. So I am pretty happy about today's episode. We got pretty far in trophies here. Let's see where we're going to end up here. 1778. So maybe next time I'll hopefully teach you guys how to get to Arena 8, Royal Arena, using the Trifecta deck. Hopefully I level up my cards a little bit in the meanwhile, guys. Thanks for staying tuned all the way to the end of the episode. If you made it to the end of the video, let me know in the comments below by putting hashtag who needs legendaries. Hashtag who needs legendaries. I'd like to give you guys some love in return. Thank you so much, guys, and as always, take care.